In the last video, we have seen that if there is some change in the field that is detected by the Arduino and the status of the sensors are put on the database by the Raspberry Pi. So whatever the status of the sensors are now available in the database. So now I am in the client machine. This is the client machine. I'm using Ubuntu 14.04 LTS as the client machine. So you can use any other machine. You can use on Raspberry Pi or you can use on Windows machine also. So now my job is to write a program in this client machine so that it can read the data from the database. Basically, those are sensor status, and correspondingly, it generates some voice. So before writing a program, we have to ensure two things. The first thing is we have to install Pygame in this client machine. The job of the Pygame is to run any audio file from Python. Second thing is, before running the audio files from the Python, you have to ensure that it is possible to run those audio files manually from this machine. Okay, so whether you are using Raspberry Pi, Windows, or Ubuntu, it doesn't matter. First, you ensure that this files runs manually from the client machines. It is very important. First, we have to see whether Pygame is already installed or not. If Pygame is not installed, then we have to install Pygame here. So let us go to the terminal and write Python. Try to import Pygame. Import Pygame. Yeah, that's it. There is no error. That means Pygame is already installed. But I'm telling that in Ubuntu 14.04 LTS, by default, Pygame is not installed. That means I already installed this Pygame here. I hope when you will be doing this experiment, if you write this import Pygame, you will get some error like no module named Pygame. In that case, you have to install this Pygame first. To install Pygame, you just have to go to the terminal and you should write that sudo apt-get install python-pygame and then enter, and it will ask for the password. Then you will see that here it is written that 0 upgraded, 0 newly installed. That means it is already installed. If it is not installed, then it will show that whether you want to continue. Then you have to press Y and you have to press enter. That's it, and the Pygame will get installed. Okay, so ensure that Pygame is installed in your program. Now I have to check that I am able to run those audio files manually. So let us go to the folder and I am in the home directory. See, in this home directory, the Python file voice.py, whatever Python file you will be writing, that should be present, and in the same directory the audio files should be there. You can see there are two audio files, fire.wav and tape.wav. These files should be run by this Python program automatically whenever there is a positive edge transition of the field. That means if the sensor is activated, then there is a positive edge transition. Initially, the sensor status is 0. If heat detector or proximity switch is activated, then the status will be 1. So we'll get a transition from 0 to 1. That is a positive edge transition. Now suppose the heat detector is activated. Now you have reset this heat detector. Then the status will become 0. So that is, the status will come on to 0. So there is a negative edge transition. So we don't need any voice alarm or any other alarm in the negative edge transition. So we have to ensure in this Python program that the voice is available only when there is a positive edge transition. That means something happened in the field. Initially there is nothing, but yeah, now something has happened in the field, and in that case only we'll get the voice. Okay, so everything has to be written in this Python program. Now let us try to run this file, these audio files. Okay, now we can see this, the audio file is not running. So let us try to run this next audio file, tape.wav. Yeah, still there is no voice. it's running, the file is running, but there is no voice. So there is some issue in these client machines. So we have to solve those issues. So let us solve those issues and we will come back whenever we can solve those issues. Actually, I have installed my Ubuntu client machine using VirtualBox inside Windows 10. So due to some wrong settings in the VirtualBox, this Ubuntu was not generating any sound. So now I have corrected those settings. Now this file should run manually. Let us click on the file.
Fire in the bedroom, please attend.
See, this file is now running. Again, if I run the theft.web file,
Hey, there is a theft in the bedroom, please attend.
so it's running. So now Pygame has been installed as well as the files are running manually. So we can go for the Python program. The job of the Python program is to run these files automatically. Okay, so let us open this Python file. We'll be using this Python program. So I have imported MySQL connector and Pygame. Also I have imported a library time because this while loop will be executed after each 1 second. That's why it is given time.sleep on. Now if you see any function like fire and theft, let us consider the function fire. The job of this function is to generate audio sound. So first I have to initialize the Pygame. For this I have to write these two lines, pygame.init and pygame.mixer.init, and then the music will be loaded. That's why I have to give this line that pygame.mixer music.load fire.wave. Then it will run, the music will run. So for playing the music, pygame.mixer.music.play, and after that whenever the music will be running, we don't need to do anything. That's why time.sleep. This program will not execute anything. That's why time.sleep some time. And finally we have to stop this Pygame. That's why pygame.mixer.music.stop. Similarly, the function theft will play the file theft.wave. Okay. Now let us consider the while loop. Inside the while loop, I have to read the data from MySQL server. That's why I have connected to MySQL server. Okay. So username is root, password is 123456. This is the host IP, and the database was MyDB. Then similarly, my cursor is equal to con.cursor. So all execution will be done by my cursor. So now I have to read the data. That's why I have selected the data from my table. So I have selected all the data. That's why I have given the SQL select star from my table, and then my cursor.fetch all. The fetch all will actually get all the data. Okay, so whatever the data are there, that is available in the list. So what is the list? Now list is a two-dimensional array where all the row are present. So list 0 corresponds to the first row where all the data which are associated with bedroom are there. So list 00 will be the data which is obtained from the proximity switch, and list 01 will be the data which is obtained from the heat detector. So PS new is the new data of proximity switch. You can say that new status of proximity switch, and HD new is the new status of heat detector. Okay, so HD new is equal to 1. That means heat detector is activated. If there is any transition from 0 to 1, that means the sensor gets activated. So that's why if PS new minus PS old equal to 1 in the positive edge, I need to play the audio file. theft. If there is something with proximity switch, then there will be a sound like, hey, there is a theft. Okay, whatever sound we have already played manually, the same file, theft.wav file, will get executed. And at the same time, in the terminal, we will also get an alarm that will be written that there is a theft in the bedroom. Similarly, if there is a S transition from 0 to 1 for the heat detector, then we will get the sound, hey, there is a fire. That means fire.wav file will get executed, and at the same time we will get an alarm like there is a fire in the bedroom on the monitor that will be printed. Okay, so now the old value, initially the old value was assigned to 0 and the new value was also assigned to 0 for both the sensors. So after execution of all these lines, the old value will be the new value. So whatever the new value that is read from the database will be assigned to the old value, because for the next time when the loop will run, that time the old value will be the previous value that was read from the database. Okay, and the new value will be the value that is just currently read from the database. That's why these two lines have been given, PS old equal to PS new and HD old is equal to HD new. And then connection has to be committed and connection has to be closed. And all this program will be executed after each 1 second. So that is the Python program. Okay. So that's a very easy program. So let us try to run this program and let us see what happens. So let us go to the terminal. And write python voice.py.
Hey, there is a theft in the bedroom. Please attend.
See, we have seen that it's telling that there is a theft in the bedroom, please attend. Why we got this is, now we have printed two things. First is print list, that's why this is getting printed. This is the whole list because that is a two-dimensional array, and the list 0, this one, list 0 is the first array, this one. So list 0 is the first one-dimensional array. This is 1 0 0 and then bedroom. So this 0 is the value of the proximity switch, this is the value of the heat detector, and this is the column 3, that is the bedroom. The heat detector and the proximity switch is installed in the bedroom. Okay, so this is the ID number. So if you see, this is for room number 305, the ID number was 5. So in the Raspberry Pi the program is running. Okay, so data is 00. Okay, so whatever the data are there, that will come in the database. So let us again go to my client machine, and what I will do now, I want to activate my proximity switch, and I should get a voice here in the client machine. So let us activate.
Fire in the bedroom. Please attend.
Now it is clear that there is some mistake in the program, because this is the first one-dimensional array, and the first element of this array is the ID number. So the second element will be the value corresponding to proximity switch, and the third will be corresponding to the value of the heat detector. So let us close the program. And let us update. So PS new should be 01, and that HD new, that should be 02. I hope you have understood, because 00, list 00 is a constant value, that is 1, that is the ID of the one-dimensional array, and this list 01 and 02 are two variable ID that is dependent on the sensor status. Okay, so let us save this program. Yeah, that's it. So now we will run this Python program again, and it should work properly. So let us go to the terminal and let us open this terminal. Let us execute python voice.py. Yeah, it's started. Okay, so you can see that now the value is coming as 0 0. Okay, this two value. So now it's coming as 0 0. So here it is 0 0 because from the database the Python is reading as 0 0. Let us see the value in the Raspberry Pi. In the Raspberry Pi the value is also 0 0. If you want to see the database, again you can see in the database the value is also 0 0. So these two 0 0. Now what I will do, let us go to the client machine again, and I will activate the proximity switch.
Hey, there is a theft in the bedroom. Please attend.
See, I have got the voice, and the value has become on 0. Okay, in the client machine. If you want to see the value from the database, you can see that the value is on 0. As well as if you want to see from the Raspberry Pi, that is also on 0. Okay. Now, if the transition occurs from 1 to 0, that means if the sensor is reset, then nothing will happen. Okay. The value has changed from 10 to 00. Okay, so nothing happened. In the Raspberry Pi also the value should be 00, and in the database also the value is 00. Now what I will do is, again I will activate the proximity switch.
Hey, there is a theft in the bedroom. Please attend.
Yeah, I got the audible alarm, and the value is again is on 0. Let us go to the Raspberry Pi. It is on 0. Okay, so I hope it is working. So if you want to activate the heat detector, let us activate the heat detector now. Yeah.
Fire in the bedroom. Please attend.
Okay, you have got an alarm here that fire in the bedroom, and there is a delay of 8 seconds in the Python program. That's why after that you got a delay of 8 seconds, and at the same time the value is now 01 here, because 1 corresponds to the status of heat detector. Now the proximity switch is not activated, that's why the value is 01, and in the Raspberry Pi also the value will be 01. Okay, if you want to see the status of the database, here is also it is 01. I hope you have understood the concepts. So again, if you want to activate the proximity switch,
Hey, there is a theft in the bedroom. Please attend.
okay, so nicely we are getting the voice. Again, I am activating the heat detector.
Fire in the bedroom. Please attend.
Okay, you are getting both audible alarm as well as the alarm written in the screen. So I hope you have understood, and you will be able to create your new voice alarm systems. Just you have to add more sensors, and you have to add more rows in the database, as well as you have to write some lines in your Python programs. but the concepts will be same. So thank you for watching.